session, we're going to see the story which is titled The Invitation of the Fox. Let's get into the story. Once upon a time, in a jungle, there lived a crow and a deer. They were very good friends. They shared their secrets with each other. During times of need, they helped each other. The crow would bring news of green grass to the deer, and the deer would often carry twigs and dry sticks to help the crow to build its nest. Together, they lived very happily in the jungle. In that jungle, there lived a cunning fox too. The fox could not stand the deer and the crow's friendship. He wanted the deer to be killed somehow so that he could have the remains. He would often plot against the deer, but the crow was very clever. He would always warn the deer beforehand, and the fox's plan would fail. Day and night, the fox would plan to be friends with the deer. One day, as the deer was grazing, immediately the fox came to him and he said, "Hello friend, how are you doing today?" Then the deer did not like talking to strangers, so he kept on grazing without paying the fox any attention. The fox did not lose hope. He continued by telling, "Your antlers are the most beautiful antlers I have ever seen, and your coat is so charming." He started to flatter about this deer. The nice words made the deer finally to give in to the fox, and finally, in shy, this deer replied to this fox by saying thank you. The fox went on. He was telling, "I know a very nice place where you can eat golden grains of barley instead of chewing on these dry grass. Come with me and I will show you." This fox is calling out for this deer to go with him. The deer was tempted. He wanted to go with the fox, but he knew that the crow would not be very happy about it. He told the crow of his meeting with the fox, and the crow was upset. He warned the deer about the danger, and this crow was telling, "Friend, I do not trust that fox. He is definitely up to something evil. Do not listen to him and don't go with him anywhere." The very next day, the fox met the deer again and invited him to the fields of barley. The deer refused to go with him as he was advised by his friend. However, the fox kept pestering the deer until one day he agreed. The fox took the deer to a large field of barley. The deer was overjoyed. He wished he could have brought the crow along with him, but he had to come with the fox without telling the crow, as he knew the crow would be upset. He began to eat the barley. The deer got so lost in eating that he totally forgot there were men working in that field. The men saw the deer and they chased him. Finally, they caught the deer by the help of a large net. The fox was overjoyed. His plan had finally worked. He hid in some bushes nearby and stood waiting for the men to kill the deer. Meanwhile, the crow began to look for his friend. He was flying over the field when he saw the poor deer lying trapped in the net. He was so sad. When the men were not looking, the crow flew down to the deer and this deer said, "I'm so sorry, friend. I should have listened to you. Now look, I am into trouble." The crow was so kind and he said, "Don't worry, I will help you out of this. Just do as I say." He then whispered something in the deer's ear and flew away to the nearest tree. The fox wondered that what is this clever crow up to? What did he whisper to the deer? Suddenly the men arrived. They were bringing an axe with them to kill the deer. The deer closed his eyes and lay quietly. One of the men said that it is already dead. Then he said, "Let's get it out of the nets." And when this man said that let's get out of this nets, they began cutting the net to take the deer out. When the deer was out of the nets, the crow began to caw loudly. The deer took the signal and it ran with all its might. The men chased him again, but they could not catch him. One of them threw the axe at the deer, but it missed the deer. The axe hit the fox instead, who was hiding in the bushes, and he died. So the moral of the story is, never trust a stranger and accept his invitation. We should be very careful when we are meeting up with a stranger, especially when we know that person is so cunning. Okay friends, I hope you could have understood and enjoyed this story. Stay connected with our channel. If you didn't subscribe to our channel, please do subscribe to our channel. See you in another video. Until then, bye.